Hello all, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Tim's LD Only European Tour. So this is episode 3 and I believe we're on day 7. We'll check that in a minute. But as you can see, we are one hit away from finishing TOA normal. So I just wanted to get this in. So that's our first TOA normal clear. And we'll check the day here in a minute. Yeah, so we're on day 7. Actually, I had a couple work days that were really busy, so I didn't get to do much the last couple days. Still been doing stuff, but I didn't get to do any videos. So we're on day 7. We got the 12th anniversary place to show off all our monsters, so we've got a decent start. And we've been holding off on collecting a few things just to show you our progress. So if we go into challenge, Giants Keep, we were able to do B10 using the repeat battle, so we get a Devilmon and another legendary scroll. Necropolis, we were able to beat B10, so we get some runes, and we'll get to crafting those statues later. And then one event you guys should be really paying attention to if you're a new user um, is under this mission. Under the special tab, I completed the 4-star mission and I'm doing the 5-star mission. And the rewards have been really good. So what they've been, well, 100k mana doesn't matter much, but you can see that there are some legendary runes, some legendary artifacts that we've been collecting, and we've saved those in the inbox to see if we get anything good. Let's see if these are okay. So speed. Let's see what these will runes are. Crit damage with no crit rate, and attack with crit rate and speed. So those could be good. We'll take a look at those. And then we also bought a relic from the guild points. It's defense. We're going to keep it for now. It's only our second relic. And we also bought some relic power-up materials so that we can get our current HP relic that we like higher up. And you can see we're just getting a bunch of energy. So here's some of those runes. And one suggestion I have for you guys is, once you can farm giants or necro are the two best starting dungeons, although dragons is not bad. When you're getting any runes from rewards, you should try to focus on the rune sets that you're not farming. And so I'm not doing dragons. I will be doing necro very soon. But also it's really important to get fight runes early so that you can get additional attack for your damage dealers. So I'm going to go ahead and take fight runes here. Let's see if we get any good ones. Hey, that's not bad. That's a sell. One of the reasons I like these artifacts is you actually get to pick what you want. So we're going to go for, I've been looking for some dark ones. So we're going to go dark. Not a very good one. We're going to go dark again. We're hoping for either attack or HP. There's attack, some additional damage. Okay, maybe. And we're going to go fight runes again. That's trash. Resistance, not the best. That's trash. Attack, that might be usable. Speed might be usable. Okay, so a little bit better there. Then I wanted to show you just some other achievements that I got done. So we got the 10th floor of the Dragon Lair done, get an LD there. Necropolis, LD. Punisher's Crypt, LD. And we got rank A on the Dark Beast and Rifts. So we get a mystical scroll out of that. And then, we just cleared Trial of Ascension normal. So 10 more mysticals. We've been realizing that Dimension Hole energy right now is very generous from Comp to us. So don't need to get Dimension Hole energy from these. Still saving them just to see what I need, but I did take 200 ancient coins so that we could get the Dark Vampire Lord. And then obviously Devil Mons are going to be useful, Super Angel Mons. So those are kind of the top choices I see there, but we're going to hold off on those. In the last episode, we built our core team, and I quickly remembered that Darien is very useful early game, not for quick runs, but for safe runs. And so we were able to 2A Darien, stick him in the Giants team, and Giants Abyss Hard is really, really solid. So um, we're gonna let this run for a little bit just to show you guys how it looks in a bit, and then do a few other things off camera, and then we're gonna come back and do summons. Okay, so we're back from collecting all of our rewards, and we're gonna do two things today. I'm gonna talk about how I got my Giants Abyss Hard team working really well, and then we're gonna do summons at the end. So getting the Giants team to work really well was actually a number of things. So first thing is right now there's an event going on where you can do free rune crafts, which is awesome. So go to your craft building, come here, and it lets you craft 30 high runes and 10 ancient runes. And like I had said earlier, you really want to craft runes that you're not farming. And I still need a bunch of fight runes. So we're going to do at least a couple sets of fight. And we're going to see. It's not very good. Hey, that's not bad. Hey, if they've got speed, we're going to keep them. So this early on, you want to keep almost anything because you're looking for different. Now that's terrible. So we'll sell that. Speed, we'll take that. That one's not very good. It's not great, that's for sure. But one of the things I've been finding is I just don't have a lot of stats, and sometimes I need a lot of accuracy. Now this is nice. Crit rate with attack and accuracy. That's a nice rune. Oh, that's bad. It's also bad. It's defense percent, but we'll keep it. And so then the other sets. So obviously I'm not farming violent either, and I could really use another violent rune. But I also need. I'm not farming shield runes, and I find those really helpful when you're trying to do the abyss levels. Um, so early on anyway, that's bad. And what you're really looking for is speed and HP and accuracy, another crit rate. That's not bad. So it's just nice to have more options for shield runes. Oh, that's awful. Okay. And then the ancient, I think early game, you're looking for fight, you're looking for focus, blade, and despair. So Sacrion is a really nice one. Just violent and fatal here, so only two sets. Swift and shield is another one. Energy, nah, will, and then will, despair, nemesis is another good one. And then rage blade, nemesis, and energy, which you sometimes use very early game. But I think I'm going to go for these. I want more fight rings, and if I get a nice despair blade or revenge or focus, we're in good shape. So we're going to see what we get here. Oh, that's bad. Probably should have rolled that for speed. Hey, a couple not awful runes. Okay, that one's not very good. Or that one. Or that one. No, we're not keeping that. Okay. So maybe not the best sets today, but that's something you could do once a day. And while that event is going on, make sure you do that because that can really fill in holes with gear sets you're not currently farming. Then the other thing I did to make sure Giants keep this hard was much easier to get to is I started working on Steel Fortress, and I don't have a block benefits monster right now built up. So I only got to stage 3, but that's fine. Early game, even if you're only able to do stage 3 or 4 or 5, um, just getting the artifacts for the left side is great. Even if they're gray, they're still very helpful. And now Punisher's Crypt, I had a good team for that. Yeah, so here's my Punisher's Crypt team right now. It's Vero, Crow, Saren, Darian, and Amon, and it runs at it's slow, it's 3 minutes, but it's very reliable. So that's another thing that I can farm overnight. A couple days I was really busy with work, and so I didn't play nearly as much as I normally do. And one thing I could have done is don't forget to use your scout battle. If you know you're going to be busy for several hours, energy is I have over 5,000 crystals. I can easily afford a little bit of energy for scout battle. Could have run that for 8 hours while I was working, and I could have got some amazing runes or some artifacts. So I'd have a much better choice when I got back to playing. So don't forget the scout battle. And then also, once you hit, I think, level 25, you could start, or 28, something like that. You could start putting in the skills. Then this gives you lots of stats. So make sure you're doing these. Every time you level up, you get 5 more points, and it tells you can't go further until a certain level, but you just fill out. So I've been filling out attack speed, crit damage, attack power, defense, HP, and then light and dark attack power. I've done a little bit in guild right now, but then I also did uh, energy storage, energy recharge speed, and I think that's the only ones I've touched there. So those skills really help you out. Those used to be towers, which took years to do. It felt like now you get them done in like a few weeks at the most. Yeah. Okay. So we got it slightly higher in HP, but all those are adding stats to your monsters, and you can have up to 100 monsters using a relic. So I just improved all my monster stats. And so then this is also a good time to look at the monster box. I actually have found that uh, Dimension Hole Energy is super easy to get with everything Comtuos gives you. So I was able to 2A Darien. I don't know if I had Bella 2A last time I did a video. We got Saren 2A, I believe. Yeah, we're working on Drain, and we built Shaman for Necro. So we almost have Prom ready to be our farmer. He's at 100% secondary awakening, but I need more skill ups for him. So that's one of the things we're doing today is we're summoning. I also started building some more monsters. We got Amon 6-starred, and uh, we picked up the Dark Vampire Lord from Ancient Coins, who's awesome in Rifts in R5. So he's really good. Started building Gemini and Frigate, and we just started building Shushu and Friends, and already 2A'd them. So Shushu is really helpful in Punisher's Crypt. So, and we're just we're trying not to build too many, but as you start filling out the dungeons, you do need to build other monsters outside your core. So those are some of the ones that I'm building. I'm getting ready to build a shear. That's how the monster box is looking. My current Giants Abyss hard team is Vero, Gorgo, Crow, Darian, and Bella. And one of the reasons all these monsters are on there is that they don't do multi hits except for Darian, and he only does a 2-hitter. So you don't want to use a lot of multi hitters in Giants Keep Abyss hard, because that causes the giant to revenge more, and he has a really powerful hit. So that's why we did this team. And we have attack power down on Gorgo, we have attack power down on Darian. So even if the giant does get to go and revenge, his attack is weakened quite a bit. And we've got Bella there for the strip, in case the giant gets an attack boost. And Bella's AI is really smart. She'll strip only if there's a buff on that monster. Darian is on shield runes, and he also reduces the damage the entire team takes except for himself. And he's already fairly tanky, so he's not really at risk of dying. The only one that does occasionally die on this team is Crow, because he's just really squishy, and we're trying to work on getting his stats up. One of our next goals is to get to R4 or R5 and start getting a bunch of grinds so that we can make Crow more tanky. Then he won't die, and that should speed up our average run. And then the other thing, I'll show you the runes here as soon as this run ends. But Vero is not on a crit rate or crit damage build. He's just speed, HP, I think accuracy. Vero does no damage. He's just there to reduce attack bars, place a dot, and do a little bit of extra damage, but he's not built for damage at all. Gorgo is built more for the attack bar reduction and the debuffs than his damage too. So really the only one that's built for damage right now is Crow, and that's why my runs are 3.5 to slightly under 3 minutes. Double speed roll here. Oh, of course not. Okay, so this could be good if it rolls. No, twice into attack flat. That's a sell. Here's another one with speed. Okay, double speed roll. We'll take that. That could be a 19 with a hero grind. So we're going to go in here, just take a quick look. So this is Vero. He's on Swift Shield, mostly because he's got decent base HP, and he's not skilled up either. So, but his accuracy is 100%, but you can see he has no damage stats whatsoever. So we eventually want to uh, get him switched over to a crit damage build, and then he'll do a lot more damage. And then Gorgo is speed, crit rate, HP, and obviously you can see we don't have any grinds on anything, and he's still 32k HP, but it's still good enough to run Abyss harder without fails. So Crow is squishy. He's only plus 8k HP. That needs to be more like 12 to 15 to make him much more stable in Abyss hard. So, and then Darian here, 37, almost 38k HP, 100% accuracy to make sure he lands his defense break and his attack power down. And he's also on a shield rune set. And you probably eventually want to have him on 2 or 3 shield rune sets or 3 fight sets. So, and then you can see Bella's on violent focus, and that's just because she needs more accuracy. Even at, I think that's actually enough for this hard, but she's on focus in order to make that happen. So she can obviously be built way better. Speed, HP, defense. So even with fairly bad runes, Giant's Abyss Hard was stable on day 3. That's definitely way faster than what I did on my LD only on the global server. So then Gorgo goes, and then Darian goes. So the turn order is a little bit off. It should be Bella and Darian going first, so that there's hopefully a defense break for the 3 damage dealers. And Vero needs to be made into a damage dealer. But we're going to let that run while we do some summons. Scout Battle is a game changer for early game accounts. I would be even further along if I had done that on the 2 days that I was busy at work. So I kind of, you make mistakes and you learn from them. One of the reasons you want to do a lot of Dimension Hole energy runs early on is that there's no drop limit on Dimension Holes. So once you use your Amaria's Luck and once you use your content drop, unless you're using crystals, the only other way to continue to get coins during the day is to do Dimension Hole runs. We're mainly doing this because there's several monsters I need skill ups for. But if we could maybe get super lucky and get a lightning, we need 8 more light dark pieces. I think we can get that from Guild. Yeah, we have just enough of this, so we're going to go ahead and, when you're a light and dark only account, you want to be using every single bit of places that you can get light and dark summoning pieces. So we got those. That's great. So we should now have an additional LD pull. Yeah, so we've got 5 LD pulls, 15 12-year special scrolls, and then we have 3 legendaries, which could be just a dupe. And we're just going to we'll just do 110 of the mysticals. Maybe we'll get lucky. And we haven't built Mantura yet. That would be good. Okay, so no nat 5s out of 100. That kind of stinks. So 5 LDs, we'll do those in a minute. First, we're going to do our legendaries. See if we can get a nat 5. Hey, nice. Okay, so it doesn't help us now, but that's a monster that could be a dupe in the future. So we will take that. That's a Filaria skill up. I believe we're going to be picking Filaria from the Hall of Heroes events. And that's a Tomb Warden. I like how the Tomb Wardens look. I think those are really good artwork by the Tom Tuas art team. Let's go ahead and just do individual summon. Light Grid. Oh my god. It's our third Tion. It's amazing. Ooh, lightning. Could this be an LD4? No, it's a water one. Okay. It could be a skill up for an LD4, though. Hey, another lightning. We'll take it. It's cocky. Ah, would have been so nice to get a light and dark of that. Martial artist. And then we're going to do a 10 pull. We got a lightning. Maybe we can get an LD4. Got light golem. That's new. Another dark lizard man. Oh man, it's my fourth one. Oh, and he's so bad. Okay, 5 LDs. Can we get a lightning, or can we just get a really nice LD3 that we don't have yet? But can we get something good? Dark Bear Man, that's a secret dungeon. That doesn't help us. Dark Frankenstein, very niche unit. That doesn't help. Dupe Kabia, we'll take it. It's another dupe. Not super excited about that, but she's really good for Siege. So on my main, on global, I think I have 4 of her built. Dark Drunken Master. Light one's way better. I think I already have the dark one. And no lightning. So summons have not. Dark Charger Shark, who's he's a dark speed lead. So we've now used a total of 8 light darks. No lightning yet. Okay, so not the best summon session. As I've said before, there's so many good Hall heroes out here. I have so much to build, so many areas of content that I want to get to Abyss hard, and I have all the tools to do that now. I think, except for potentially Steel Fortress, I might have trouble there if the Dark Vampire Lord, his AI is a bit wonky and it may not work right. Okay, so that's it for this episode. I'm just going to keep grinding, and we're going to keep trying to get more LD chances, and so that we can start getting some lightning. So until the next video, see ya.